What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. Back again at Revival Fitness. Finally, it's been some months since I've been here. Been mostly going to the zoo just because it's been working with my schedule a little better recently. Today there was a little change of plans because that's how things go. You gotta roll with the punches. So today I'm here at Revival. It's pretty late. It's 10:43. But I'm comfortable working out late. I was working out at midnight for a while. Before, for most of the rebound, I was working out at midnight, so I'm pretty comfortable at this time. Revival is 24 hours, so that helps a lot. If you hear squeaking, that's Kane playing with his toy. But yeah, it's 24 hours, so that definitely helps, especially in prep. We're gonna hit a little chest, a little delts, and a little bit of triceps. I've been putting arms kind of like in the back burner, training it when I got some extra time. But even when I do very minimal sets, 4 working sets probably max, arms look a little flat, but legs look like they've improved. So that was the plan: save some of those nutrients for leg day and back day, and that's kind of what I've done. Back seems improved as well, so plan is working. But today we got push, and I'm gonna make sure I get a pretty decent tricep pump. Off season, want to save the calories for the lagging body parts pre-contest. Not gonna build much muscle, if any, so kind of hit things a little bit more evenly, less bias. So that's the plan. I'll probably have some more arm volume in there, some more shoulder volume in there, just general upper body volume. Probably go back to normal to some extent. Hey, let's start it off. Let's kick it off. We're gonna start off with incline Smith machine press. Gametime. All right, second movement, we're doing Nautilus incline press. I'm gonna do the wide grip. When I do the flat, I usually like to use the close grip, but on the incline, it feels a little more comfortable coming out a little wide. Come on. Nope. Sit. Down. Down. Good boy. Stay. Alright, that last set was ugly as fuck. I know. You don't gotta tell me. I haven't done this machine before, so I overestimated myself on the warm-ups. Brought the weight down. Now I'm gonna clean that up. I'm not form police. I'm not an exercise scientist, but I still got standards at least on my form. Alright, last movement for chest, we're gonna hit some carrying pec deck. I love this one because look, the bench is super thin. See that? So it's right. It just goes right down the middle of your back, so you're able to get a good stretch. And not that I have that good mobility, but still, you don't feel restricted by the bench, and obviously you get a good contraction. So best way to do flies, in my opinion, is the machine, because you get resistance through the whole range of motion, right? So with dumbbells, you're limited by gravity. With cables, depends how you angle your body. So you would have to step forward with a perfect angle, but with this, you just sit down and fly, and you just have perfect amount of resistance the whole way through if you have a decent machine. I like to put the seat all the way down to focus more on upper chest. All our training is upper chest, but obviously you're not gonna isolate the upper chest. I'm still getting the entire chest, but with emphasis on the lower, on the upper pec. So that's just something I've been doing, that I've always done really, and I'm starting to see the benefits of that. So I'm gonna keep that up, and so far it's working. My upper chest is much improved. Can't have too much upper chest. Ooh. Oh yeah. I want to try to document this prep all the way through. When I don't feel like filming, I'll have somebody film me, but I want to document it all the way through. Even on my bad days, it's going to be a lot of bad days, believe me, but I want to document all the way through. At some point, I'll stop checking in as far as weight. I'll keep posting the videos, but usually I'll stop mentioning the weight. I don't even remember, but I want to keep that a part of it, show the weight. It'll be a pretty fast descent, and then the weight kind of sticks for a while. I get down to the 250s relatively fast. Not easy, but fast. There's a difference. 6 weeks out, no, about like 8 weeks out probably. Yeah, about 2 months I'll be down to 250, which is going to be like a 40 plus pound weight drop. And then 250 is gonna, from 250 to whatever the stage weight is gonna be, it's gonna stick. I would imagine the stage weight is gonna be 245-ish. To drop that last 5 pounds and then peak it is gonna be the tough part. Without getting small, without getting flat, that's the hard part. I got it pretty down packed at this point. Every time I prep, I learn some new kinks and how to fix it. And last prep was no different. Last prep, I left everything in Compton's hands because I wanted to fully leave it up to a coach, which I've never wanted to do or been able to do, but I wanted to try it. It wasn't my best look. To no fault of Compton's, it's just that was the only time I've let him fully coach me, start to finish. And I didn't really give him any feedback or anything. I just didn't say shit, but send pictures. So he was just going by what my body was given, and my body is pretty retarded, if I'm being honest. So it's not. I honestly don't feel like that's anything for me to leave into a coach's hand, just because it just doesn't make sense logically. You have to understand your body. If you have a body that's pretty easy to work with, all you gotta do is follow the coach's plan, and you'll look good every time. It's pretty straightforward. I've been doing it long enough to know that that's not the case for my body. So it's just something that I can't just leave it to a coach to get it right, because it won't happen. It doesn't matter who my coach is. It could be Hani, it could be boss of outlaw law, I could give them 4 or 5 years, and they'll probably just begin to figure it out. You know, they would have to live with me and stay with me and all that shit. And I don't even know if they would believe half of this shit. Yeah, they probably think, honestly, they'll probably think I'm cheating on my diet or not doing the cardio. It's kind of hard to believe. So I don't even know what they would think, if I'm being honest. Compton believes me. He's worked with me on and off enough times to get it. But, you know, it's just one of those things. It's something that, you know, I'm going to have to really do myself. And I got pretty close in 23, other than being super flat. That's an easy fix. He's flat, you just fill out. I just didn't fill out because I wanted to see what that looked like. That's a couple years ago now, so I would have more tissue, probably 10 more pounds of tissue-ish. And then I would just be fuller. That's it. And I think that would be the look I'm looking for pretty much. So time to do the work. I mean, it's gonna be more of the same shit, starving, and then filling out a little bit, starving, filling out a little bit. Same as anybody, you know. It's just that most people's food is a lot higher, but they're still hungry. So, from their point of view, it's still starving, and filling out a little bit. That little bit might be 800 carbs for them, and it might be 80 carbs for me. But it's the same process, just a lot more extreme. But okay, I mean, nobody cares. The judges don't care how extreme it is. They just care you get it done. And I'll be damned if I'll be one of those people that is not going to come in shape because it's hard for my body. Like, fuck all that. Nobody wants to hear that shit. I'll be damned if somebody tells me, oh, I can't get in shape because of my genetics. Yeah, okay. I'll guarantee you don't have to do what I have to do to get in shape. I guarantee you don't have to do what Akeem Williams has to do to get in shape. I guarantee you don't have to do what Kennedy has to do to get in shape. I promise you that. So you could do it, bro. Kennedy's been in shape. Kennedy's in shape right now. Fucking 2 months out, he got lines in his glutes. And he didn't get it by having 500 carbs a day. He's Nigerian, so let's remember that. So I don't want to hear that excuse. I don't want to use that excuse. So I'll be in shape. I'll tell you that much. And I'll make sure I fill out this time. Alright, we're gonna hit some dumbbell lateral raises. 2 working sets, 10 to 15 reps. Gametime. I wanna grow my hair back, man. This bald life it's been so long. I feel weird. I feel naked. I think that was 11 or 12, I don't know, or 10. It was more than 10 though, I think. Either way, I'm gonna keep it the same. It wasn't less than 10, so I'm gonna keep the weight. I've been training past failure so long, like force reps and partials and rest pause, drop sets, that kind of shit. Not really drop sets, I guess. Sometimes. But I got so used to doing that it's hard for me to just stop at failure nowadays. I just think it's smarter to stop at failure, and if you need more volume, just do another working set. No need to beat a dead horse. No need to just keep getting more reps after you already hit muscular failure. So nowadays I'm trying to stop at failure so I could just throw in extra volume, but better, rather than sloppier reps or partials or shit like that. I'd rather just finish the set at failure and then do another set if I need it. If I don't need it, move on. So something I've been trying to do, but mentally it feels like I'm not going to failure when I stop at failure, because when past failure becomes a norm, now failure feels like you're training like a pussy. It feels like you stopping short for some reason. It's just a mental block, but I'm doing it, but deep down I feel like I know I could do more. I can't actually do more. I could just do more. I could do more if I do sloppier. If I get sloppy, I could do more, but I want to avoid that. Alright, y'all, that's the wrap. I feel bloated as shit. I haven't looked at the video yet, so I don't know how shitty I look, but that's okay. Body fat comes off. I've tried staying leaner in the off season and didn't make any gains whatsoever. And it was still just as hard to get in shape. Whether I stay lean or not, the food is gonna have to get super low. I don't perform as well in the off season because my food is restricted in the off season for me to stay lean, and then I have to restrict it even more in prep. So nothing changes, doesn't get any easier. It's just less muscle added. That's it. So probably not gonna do that. As of this morning, I was 295. So to start a prep, 295 is a good weight for me. Kind of fat, but not obscenely fat. I'm not inappropriately fat yet, but I'm still fat, but acceptable fat for off season. You know, there's levels to this fat shit. You know, everybody can't stay super lean and add tissue. Some people can, but if you can't, don't limit yourself just to look like the next person when you're not the next person, and then end up doing a lot of nothing. So body fat comes off. It just does. You're gonna get it off. Make sure you're adding muscle in the off season. That's the most important part. So I feel like I've done that. Pretty confident I've done that. So now it's time to strip off the body fat, which is something that, you know, it's just another day. I'm so used to it now. It's not even a big deal anymore. It's just time to bleed. You know, I'm actually tired of food. Not that my food isn't crazy by any means, but I'm tired of it. It was probably about 4,500 for most of the off season. It was probably around 4,000 to 4,500, and this last push it got up to about 5,000. I haven't done the math. I haven't calculated it. This is just to pull this number out my ass, but it's probably within 500 calories of what I'm saying. But yeah, so that's the starting point. I'll keep you guys posted weekly, and Like I said in the beginning, this guy just farted. Bad boy. I shouldn't say that. He's allowed to fart. I shouldn't make him think it's a bad thing to fart. That was inappropriate. It just stinks is all. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys posted weekly. Like I said, the weight will come off pretty quick in the beginning because there's a lot of water weight and you a lot of backed upness. So all the inflammation and in your gut and the fucking food stuck in your fucking intestines and shit. All that shit got to come out, and then that's probably 5 pounds right there. Another 5 pounds of water, so we talking about probably 10 pounds within the first 10 days. A pound a day. It's probably more than that, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw 10 pounds come off in the first week. I would not be surprised if next check-in I'm 285. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And that's probably what's gonna happen if I'm being honest. Let's make a bet. How many people think I'm gonna be 285 next check-in? I think so. How many people think so? Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna try to have as much fun as I can this prep. I don't have much longer in the sport. I could. I'm not trying to say I'm an old man, but realistically, I probably won't just because I have things I want to do in life. Other things I want to do in life. But I do love this sport, man. So I really want to have fun with it. So I'm going to try to enjoy every second of it. And just make it a positive experience, because all in all, it is. There wouldn't be any other reason I'll be doing this if it wasn't. So let's have fun. And I encourage everybody who's prepping this year to have fun with it. Don't be the miserable guy. Don't be the guy that nobody wants to be around. You can still hang out with your family. You can still go out with your girl. You just do it in a way that you still stay on diet, man. You could bring your food, So what if people ask you about it? You'll be alright. It's not the end of the world. They'll ask you about the food. You can tell them what it is and keep it moving. It's not a big deal. Let's not make it a thing. We're not that important. I know we think we are as bodybuilders. The world revolves around us when we're in prep, but it doesn't. So don't be that guy. There's a life after bodybuilding, and you want to have loved ones around you when you're done. You don't want to be done and find yourself back in the corner. You want to still have all the loved ones there, the ones that show you love and support. So let's do it the right way. Let's do it the right way. I'm starting to sound like Unc, for real. I'm starting to sound like Unc. I'm starting to sound like the OG now. I'm talking like an old man, which is kind of unfortunate. Not unfortunate, it's a good thing, but it's kind of surreal that I'm that guy now. I used to make videos with Kanevsky talking about steroids and shit and cycles and stacks. Now I'm here preaching to the choir. Anyways, that's a wrap for this video. I think I've done way too much talking, and I'm gonna miss Ralph's. I wanted to get some EP.2 powder, but I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow, and that's okay. But if you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at bodyfall. Email me for coaching at teammacho@gmail.com, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace. That's Team Macho with 2 O's, by the way.